Here's a picture of me before going on the pill, and here's a picture of me after. Basically been bloated for a solid 3 months now. I just didn't feel like myself in my own body. I remember taking photos and just being like, I'm so uncomfortable without makeup on. I went into the doctors and I actually fainted. So over it. Oh, cutie. Hello. I love you. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I honestly just wanted to sit down and have a really candid, honest chat about kind of where I'm at with my health at the moment. A few things I've not been keeping from you per se, but I've kind of been trying a specific thing, which you'd probably be able to tell from the title, for the past few months, and I just kind of wanted to sit down and have a chat about it because it's been something that I've been going over and over in my mind for a while now, and I just have been experiencing a lot of different things lately and I haven't been feeling myself in my own body, and I just wanted to sit down and have a really open chat about it all. I feel like the premise of my whole YouTube is just me being super open and honest about my health and everything that I'm going through. So I just felt like it was fitting for me to sit down and have a bit of a chat about everything that has been going on lately. So yeah, this video isn't exactly going to be one of my normal like day in the life showing you fun things, but I just feel like it's necessary, and I honestly just want to sit down and chat about it because I'm just at a place where I'm kind of not really too sure what to do. So yeah. Okay, so I don't even know where to really start. I have had issues with my skin ever since I was about 14 years old. I think I got the normal puberty kind of pimples, and then around grade 11 to grade 12 I started to get really bad pimples and breakouts all around my cheeks. And I was always so self-conscious about it, and literally that's how I got into the health world, was trying to clear my skin and clear my pimples. I had loads and loads of diet changes, which I talked about in my health journey, which is a video that I posted probably a few months ago now, so I'll link it up. Whatever side it is it that one? I go through all of the many diets I went through in that video, but yeah, I tried a lot. I went and saw a lot of naturopaths, doctors, acupuncturists, nutritionists. I had seen so many people and spent thousands and thousands of dollars getting all these tests done and taking all of these supplements and herbs. Literally, like, if you go back on my channel a few years ago, you'll see me going to naturopaths and buying herbs. Test results.
So we'll start at the top and we'll go through, but yeah, the numbers are a degree of stress on the body.
Every single time I would get my hopes up because they would say, you know, we'll get you on this and your skin will be good. And I don't know, nothing ever really worked. My skin still stayed the same. I'll put some images on the screen of kind of how my skin has been since it got bad. And there would be times where my skin would be good for a couple months and then it'd break out again, and I wasn't really changing anything really. If you're thinking, oh, but in your videos, you know, I've never really noticed your skin being that bad, I would definitely film my skin on the better days. I would never film on like the days where my skin was really bad, and also I most of the time had makeup on. I would rarely film when I didn't have makeup on. Something that I know for those people who haven't struggled with something with their skin before, you might not get, but it was the biggest, it was the biggest insecurity of mine. It made me so insecure. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to see people. Even putting makeup on top of it, I just hated, because it almost made it look worse, because it's like I'm trying to cover it up and it just doesn't look good. It would get me down a lot, and yeah, the amount of breakdowns I had about it was just insane, because like I was trying so hard to clear my skin and nothing was working, and I was so health conscious and I wanted to be so healthy, and I'm like, and I always was thinking, if my skin is bad, then obviously something in my body isn't healthy. And that really scares me and scared me, because my whole goal is just to have a healthy body, and the fact that my skin was breaking out so much made me feel like it wasn't, even though I was trying everything to make it so healthy. Okay, sorry for the camera angle change. My camera just died, so I had to transfer for it. We're back. That's okay. Now I can't remember what I was up to. Safe to say that I've gone through quite a bit with my skin, and getting into kind of what I actually want this video to be about, I kind of was always not really that keen on the pill. I don't want to bag the pill in any way, shape or form in this video because I know a lot of girls are on it. But I'm just going to personally be speaking from my experiences. Growing up, I told myself I would never go on the pill. I didn't want to affect my hormones, and I just heard quite a few bad stories about it, so I just did not want to go on it in any circumstances. But when it got to maybe when it got to about May this year, I want to say May or June, I still wasn't really kind of thinking about it or considering it as an option. My skin was just getting really bad, and I was going to see an acupuncturist, and they kept telling me that this was wrong and this is wrong, and I was taking herbs and I was changing my diet, and they were like, oh, you know, this will be it. And even they were like, oh, like, we just don't know why your skin's not improving. I was just like, okay, great. There was this one specific day which I literally remember. I went to the beach and I looked at my skin after like getting back in the car, and I was like, my skin is so bad. I'll insert the photos here. I remember taking photos and just being like, I'm so uncomfortable without makeup on. I am so uncomfortable in my skin, and all of my friends had perfectly clear skin, and I was like, I'm 20 years old. That was when I was 20, now I'm 21. I was like, I'm 20 years old. I've been struggling with my skin since I was 14, and then seriously since I was like 17. I'm just so over it. And I was talking to a few people, some of my friends and family who were on the pill, and they were basically just like, yeah, like, I've had a really good experience with it, my skin's cleared. So I decided to book in a doctor's appointment, and I went into the doctor's and I actually fainted. We can go into that another time. I just hate doctors. Anyway, I talked to my doctor and I said, look, I'm really health conscious. I asked her what her opinion was. I told her my experience with my skin, and I just kind of wanted a professional's opinion. I had gone and seen a doctor a few years ago, and she told me to go straight on the pill, and I said I wouldn't at the time, but I was just that desperate that I was like, I'm gonna try anything at this point. And she said to trial it. So I was prescribed, and obviously they're all different. I was prescribed Brenda, I'm pretty sure is the name. There might be numbers, I can't remember, but it was Brenda, I'm pretty sure. And I went over to the chemist and I got my pill, and I was just really excited because I was like, oh my gosh, is this finally going to give me clear skin? And all along in the back of my mind, I knew it was just a band-aid. It wasn't getting to the root cause of my problems with my skin. It was literally just covering it up. But I was that self-conscious and that over being so insecure of my skin that I was like, look, at this point, I'm gonna try anything. The first month, I was told by my doctor that I might experience, you know, some bloating or some tender breasts or some nausea, that kind of thing, and I definitely experienced everything. First month, I had headaches, I had bloating, I had very bad nausea every day. I felt so sick, always like kind of after lunch until dinner. Like, I always felt so sick, and my boobs always were tender, and I was just kind of like, hopefully, you know, this kind of leaves after my body adjusts to it. But I guess that's just the pill changing your hormones and everything. And I didn't really start to see a change in my skin till maybe about 3 months, and about the probably 3-month mark I did start to see, or 3.5. I definitely did see an improvement in my skin, and that was the best thing ever. I had my friends saying, oh, your skin looks amazing, and I was like, oh my gosh, this feels incredible, the fact that my skin is finally clear. But it wasn't all sunshine, rainbows and clear skin. There was definitely a lot of negatives as well. I definitely put on weight, which I know a lot of people do experience. Apparently, I've read that the pill itself doesn't make you put on weight, but it increases your appetite, which obviously you're eating more that maybe your body doesn't need, so you put on weight. I've definitely experienced some weight gain. Here's a picture of me before going on the pill, and here's a picture of me after. Definitely my boobs literally like went up 2 bra sizes, and I just overall put on a bit of weight. which was kind of a downside, but a thing a lot of people told me would probably happen. And I was just kind of like, look, if it's gonna give me clear skin, like this is how desperate I was like, I don't care. I have basically been bloated for a solid 3 months now, especially the first couple of months. I'm not sure if I'm used to it now or what, but I definitely 1000% experienced like mood changes. I had this just like feeling, and I wasn't really used to experiencing it. I would have days of course when I wasn't in the best mood, but it was just kind of this constant feeling, and I couldn't work out what it was. To top it all off, and I'm not sure if anyone else is gonna understand this or experience this, but I just didn't feel like myself in my own body. I know that might sound so weird, but I've kind of always felt like this is gonna sound so cheesy, but in tune with my body, and I just did not feel that. And I guess that is just because my body was being, you know, like altered with and my hormones and everything. I didn't feel myself, but I was so wanting clear skin that I kind of just tried to push all these thoughts away and not really think about them. So I've now been on the pill for 4 months. I just finished, like, my period's due tomorrow, so I'm just about to get my period. So I've finished the 4th month, and I've decided that I'm going to come off the pill, and it honestly terrifies me in a lot of ways because I know that my skin is probably just going to get worse, and when my skin's bad, I don't want to film, I don't want to do my work, I don't want to see friends, I don't want to see family, and it's really, really hard. And I know I don't want to sound like I'm just asking for attention or asking for sympathy, because I'm not in any way, but I'm really scared to go off the pill, if I'm completely honest. But I know that it was always something that didn't align with me and like my core values, but I did it anyway because as I said, wanted clear skin so badly. And I also didn't share it with you guys simply because I was just trialing it, and I didn't want to recommend it, I didn't want to talk about it if I didn't love it, or, you know. So I really was just on a trial period, and then if I was going to stay on it, then I would have definitely shared it with you guys. But yeah, that's why I felt like I needed to make this video to talk about it. I really wasn't planning on coming off it until about a week ago, I want to say. I was talking to a friend, and I was just kind of like saying these things. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like myself. She said that one of her friends said that when she went off the pill, she felt like, like back to herself again. And I was just like, wow, I feel like I haven't felt like myself in a while. And obviously all pills are different, and they're going to affect every girl differently. I'm so aware of that. And maybe I could find another pill that doesn't affect me this way, but I don't know. There's just always been something in the back of my mind that I don't want to be putting this synthetic thing into my body and change it, you know. And I want to get to the root cause of my problems with my skin, and I'm going to do it, even though I spent years doing it and couldn't work out what it was. I know that I have to. I know how satisfied I would feel when I've got clear skin and I know that my body is actually healthy. I want to maybe start seeing a new naturopath and try, I don't know, something else. I'm really hoping that I can figure out what actually is happening. If you guys have any advice, if you have any recommendations of who to talk to, who to see, definitely let me know. I would be beyond appreciative for any advice, or even just your experiences on the pill as well. I think if we kind of open a bit of a conversation in the comments, that would be really good, of just your experience. If it was positive, if it was negative, what happened once you came off it. I have a friend who's recently came off it, and her period is basically non-existent at the moment, so I'm kind of scared that that's going to happen to me too. But I know that in the end, I'm going to thank myself for this, and when I actually clear my skin, it's going to be the best thing ever. But I really did just want to open up to you guys about it all, because my skin's probably going to get worse, and where in the past I probably wouldn't film and I would be feeling really bad, which it'll probably happen, but I want to bring you guys along this journey and just rebalancing my hormones, because they'll probably be out, and finding the root cause into what is happening with my skin. So I guess I'm putting this out as well. Expect my skin to be looking not the best for a while, which makes me really like, oh. But I feel good about my decision, and I'm so excited to just start feeling myself in my body again and not having such a big appetite. It's so exhausting, always being hungry. Oh, obviously at the moment as well, I've got makeup on. So if you're thinking, what the hell, your skin looks fine, it's because I've got makeup on, and lighting definitely helps. But because I've just got foundation on at the moment, a lot of my active pimples have gone and it's just scarring. But I'm kind of really scared for my skin to be. I got a reminder actually on Snapchat, because I always take photos of my skin on Snapchat and then save them for like future, so I can look back and see if my skin's improved each year. And I got a memory from the 1st of September 2019. My skin was terrible. So I'm just gonna enjoy this clear skin for a little bit. I'm really interested actually to see if my skin does get worse than before. I'm just hoping that I can get to the root cause of what's happening. I feel like deep in my heart, I know it's something to do with my stomach or digestion, or I don't know. But we're gonna work it out together. Ooh, let's see. Oh, hi. What's it like never having to struggle with skin problems? What's it like? Hey. So yeah, get ready for skin clearing series. I'm ready for the blood, sweat and tears. But yeah, it just feels really good to tell you guys, because it has been something that I've obviously not been sharing, and I'm so over it. Anyway, I feel like this video is way too long now, but I really hope you did enjoy in some way or got something out of it. Would love to hear your experiences with the pill, or if you've experienced anything that I talked about. Just know I'm not the only one, and any advice as well would be highly appreciated. Thank you for watching. If you've made it to the end, well done. I know how much I've talked. I love and appreciate you all so much, more than you can ever imagine, and thanks for sticking by me through every phase I go through. And yeah, that's all. I'll see you in a few days.